Not much has changed since we were last here. This group continues to train well. What I appreciate most is just their attitude relative to how they've approached practice, and you know, they've been doing well the last 3 weeks, and then it was a little tougher after the Y win. You know, human nature wants to drop off a little bit, and we didn't. And so just their mindset, their attitude, their belief in what we do has been good, and as a result, we practice well. So I think we're ready to go.
Questions?
Rich Feller walked in here for Cal and said, "Welcome to the Final Four." And the Minnesota coach says, "Welcome to the region of death," for this region. You have thoughts about the fact that you got the Big 12 champion, the Pac-10 champion, the Big 10 team that just beat Penn State, about what this region's like?
I mean, I think no matter what, it's, you know, it's going to be top-notch competition wherever we're at. I don't know what the rest of the brackets look like or the other regionals look like, but we're just focused on our next match. You know, we're getting ready to play Nebraska, and that's all we can focus on and think about right now. But we know it's going to be a battle. We know there's two other great teams that are here as well. So we're just trying to focus on us and play the best we can.
Yeah, I mean, obviously people want to talk about the competition level in this regional, but at the end of the day, it's the tournament, and it's a one-game season for anyone. So everyone's going to play like it could possibly be their last game, and that's going to be balls to the walls, lights out. So we're expecting to bring our best, and we're expecting the best from anybody else all the time, regardless of who we face. But we do have an advantage of having a home court, and we'll take anybody in our gym, and I think we've learned how to be steady, and we're ready.
I got a question for the players. So in 2008, you guys went up against Nebraska. They came back from being down 0-2 to beat you guys. I guess just what do you remember from that game, and what do you think you learned from that game?
I learned a lot from it. It was definitely, I mean, after losses, you figure out kind of what you can work on, and I think we've had 2 years, and I definitely have improved in some areas that I wasn't good at then, and I feel like I'm better at now. So the confidence is there just through training and, you know, sound mindful repetitions.
I think a lot's different after 2 years. I think we've all improved as players. I think the other girls in the program have gotten a lot better as well. And it's a new group this year for us, and I'm sure it's a new group for them as well. So we've got to just stay focused on what we're doing today, and then hopefully what we do tomorrow in the game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are focused on the whole revenge is sweet idea. But like Jen said, it may be the same programs, but it's different teams playing each other. And we're not looking for revenge when we play them. We're just looking to get to the Elite Eight. We just want to beat them, regardless of what happened 2 years ago.
What are you guys going to do on your side of the court to come out on top tomorrow?
I think we're always looking to win the serve and pass, and if we hit balls in, we're going to be in good shape. If we just stick to our system, stick to what we know, and, you know, play through the ebbs and flows. You know, when we get hot, we stay on as long as we can. If the other team gets hot, we just, you know, tough it out and, you know, play through it. If we stick to our game plan, stay on our assignments, we'll do well.
Jenna, they run their offense through the right side, pretty much, Nebraska does. And so when you're rotated in the front row, you're going to be, they're going after your position. How do you prepare for that?
You know, we're just going to stay on the tendencies that we know and just get in the right spots. You know, our defense is a package, so everyone's got to be in the right spot at the right time. So that's all we can do.
Their height, they got, what, 2 kids who are 6'5"?
So do we.
And do you consider that an opportunity or an advantage to be a team that can practice every day against that kind of height, where maybe some of Nebraska's opponents don't?
I think we have the best competition in the world in our gym as far as being a left side hitter and having to hit against Amanda Gill and Lauren Barfield blocking together, 6'5" and 6'5", touching 10 over 10-6, yeah, 10-8, and having to work on not getting blocked by those two girls. I mean, it's like I said, we'll take on anybody.
I didn't look, but I'm guessing you haven't been home back-to-back weekends in the NCAA tournament very many times. Besides the home court advantage of the crowd, what advantage did it give you in preparation in school and all the things that go beyond volleyball?
That's a good question. It just keeps us in our routines. It's a little easier to just control what we can control, and we're not pulled on as much as when we go on the road. At this time, you got to be careful of the distractions, and there's just fewer at home. Everything's a little bit more normal. We get a little bit of extra training time, and I get more work done because I'm in the office. All this stuff's there, so. I don't know, there's little advantages, I think, that add up.
They run a 6-2, which you don't see that often. You have seen it. What do you do different when you get a team that's running a 6-2?
Nothing different. We're going to play on the way we play everybody else. Maybe there's a little less threat of a setter attacking, and we just have to be on our assignments, knowing that there's always going to be 3 front row hitters, but we have 3 front row hitters, at least half a match for every team that's running a 5-1. So we don't really approach it too differently.
Jim, is there any different preparation for you when you're talking to a team that runs a 6-2? Does that make, so few teams run it these days?
No, your preparation is consistent throughout the year, and you're looking at their characteristics, which one of them is a 6-2, and then you're looking at percentages and cost-benefit analysis, all that stuff, and so it doesn't change much. We're going to stay in our systems, and our systems are all encompassing, so we can accommodate a 6-2 for sure.
Do you have any injuries to report? Any changes in your lineup at all?
No, we've been lucky, and we've been training. We tapered, so the volume's not high, but the intensity has been real good, and I think they're good. I think we're ready to go.
Jim, what is it about the character of this team that has them peaking at this point with what was arguably your most complete match against Hawaii?
I think the cohesion of the team, every team wants to figure that out, and some teams don't, and this team did. And to become a great team, you got to have a vibe that's a strong vibe, and people are helping each other and saying and doing things that make each other better. And then you're not independent, and these guys are getting more fired up when other players are having success, and we've just become a better team. And when you do that, you can handle more stress because you're in it together, and it's not an individual thing. So, I think we got to a point where these guys want to win so bad that they just finally said, okay, we got to get this thing ironed out, and they did. And it took a lot of unselfishness, to be honest with you.
Carly Lloyd said she was thrilled that they came to this regional because she said she loves Seattle and she loves this school, and she said this is maybe her favorite gym. Do you think that's a compliment to you guys? Do you think that's a challenge? You're not playing Cal next, but she just threw that out this morning with a smile, not being angry or anything, but she said she just loves this school and loves this gym.
I love this school and I love this gym too. I think it's a good thing. I think it's probably the same way that we look at how we play at Oregon. It's an intense crowd, the band is loud, there's a lot of people there, the students get into it a lot, and I think that's how it is in our gym. So it's a fun place to play.
For any of you, what do you remember about playing Nebraska 2 years ago? I think each of you were on the team during that game.
I just remember how it felt to lose, and I think that's been motivation enough just to go in the gym and get better at certain areas and not have that feeling ever again. And definitely it was learning. It was all a learning experience, I think, for me.
It's a sour feeling. It's bitter. I think it taught us a lesson as far as when you're up 2 games to none, you don't have it in the bag. You know, that when you have an opportunity to execute, you do. And part of that is what Kendra said before in different conferences is that we have that composure to execute when we have the opportunity to.